Hi, so the headmaster of King's College Budo invited old Budonians to a lunch, and my friends and I decided that we were gonna go because it had been a long time since we were last in Budo. That was in 2004 when we left our senior six. Yeah, so we parked here and we needed to look for where the lunch was going to take place. We asked this gentleman for directions and he directed us to the new administration block. Guys, I need to show you what the new admin block looks like. Come with me. So, remember where we used to have report signing? That's no longer the admin block, but right beside that block is the new admin block, and this is what it looks like. Man, see the compound, guys. Yeah, so this is the block, guys. Look at the serenity in this place. Gachali mawaga there. Enjoy. So anyway, we got in and we went upstairs where the lunch was served. I did not do a recording of that because I needed the Budonians to enjoy their meal in private. Then we decided to do a tour of the school. This is us approaching the chapel from the back. So this is like the back view of the chapel. It was a long walk. We enjoyed everything. Yo, that's the headmaster's house, guys. I was obsessed with this house, as you're going to see in the later parts. So this is me entering the chapel from the back. The students were preparing for a fellowship session. I didn't want to make a recording of them, so I did not go far in. But the chapel still looks the same. Nothing has changed. So we got out and decided to go to the front of the chapel. Do you remember that building? The library? Yeah, it's complete now. So this is us walking alongside the chapel. And guess what you're looking at? Yep, tents. So the students are now very many. They cannot all fit into the chapel. So there are tents on either sides of the chapel. And that's where some of them sit during the services or the assembly. So this is us going through the tent. And these are the codes. They look the same. The stoneworks are the same. Main hall is the same. Everything, almost everything is the same. But there are a few changes, as you can see as we move forward. So the prefects, the girls, now wear blazers. They don't wear sweaters anymore. So this is us walking towards Australia House so we can go to the mess. You need to see what the mess looks like. What do you think it looks like? These are other old Budonians taking a tour of the school. So this is the mess. You guessed right. It's still exactly the same. I walked over to where I used to sit. This is the table I used to sit on, the Mutesan table. So remember, Sundays were for rice. These guys had rice and they had leftovers. Hey, Budo. The high table is still the same. Then we got out of the mess and we headed to the center of the court. We wanted to take some pictures, in front of the main hall. Because, hey, how do you leave this school without taking some pictures 19 years later? So, yeah, I took pictures. And that's South Africa House. Nothing has changed. Yeah, and it was time for me to check out my former classes. I so badly wanted to see S1B because that was my class in 1999. So we walked towards the main hall so we could go to the S1 class block. So this is the class block. These ground tiles or pavers, whatever they are called, they have stood the test of time because this is exactly how we left them. Yeah. So I'm approaching S1B. That was my class. I opened the door and there it is. I remember Mrs. Calculator right there. I didn't go in because there were students. This is the main hall, by the way. I didn't want to make a recording because there were students doing their revision in there. So we then approached the staff room. This is us approaching the staff room. It was exactly the same. That's the lecture theater. Staff room and the cricket pitch. So we walked towards the cricket pitch, and while we were there we decided why not walk all the way to the sick bay. Yeah, so we decided to walk to the sick bay. We used a stone walk. We didn't leave the stone walk here. You're gonna see that stone walk. So this stone walk is right behind the S1 block. I don't know if it's still called the S1 block, but that was our S1 block. So here we are walking to South Africa House, where we shall turn and go to the sick bay. These kids are having a time of their lives Sunday. So this is South Africa House. And we make a turn to go to the sick bay. So the sick bay, there's like a new block. That's a new block of the sick bay, but this is the behind part, so we needed to use the front side. We walked there. It's Sunday, so the students are really, just having games, playing, This is the sick bay. Akapande ketaga kuchusa. So this is Nurse Lukanga's Gwa. I wonder who the nurse is right now. But this is the sick bay. They had a new block. I don't know if I made a recording of it, but I don't remember if it looked exactly like this, but it looks like there was a new block. So this is now the S1 block, seen from the other side of the cricket pitch at the sick bay. So we decided to just cross through because we were thinking, going around it. So we went through. That is the school canteen, and now we are approaching the staff room again from this angle. That's like the chemistry lab. Then this is the staff room. Yeah, so after the classroom, this is the lecture theater. there were some students there. I don't know whether they were having a revision or there was a teacher teaching, but it was Sunday and they were busy in there in the lecture theatre. So this is the biology lab. I remember the biology lab so well because we had an experiment there I think we're experimenting that we're trying to, I don't even remember, like our plants need light to grow, so they grow towards light. I'll never forget that. Yeah, so now we are going down the Mutesan walkway, and this is the entrance to the biology lab. I remember all the rats, the Muzungu rats there that we used to cut, and all the cockroaches. Yeah, that's the biology lab. Then down to, these were physics labs, physics and chemistry, like a mixture of physics and chemistry labs. This lab here, Badru Kakungulu, reminded me of Mr. Okape. That's a guy I'll never ever forget. So this is the new library. We left this still under construction in 2004. It's fully finished. So we took the short or long walk along the Mutesan walkway. So this is us bypassing the chemistry labs to go down to Mutesa House. Enjoy. Chambers, that's Chambers. Have you seen how serene this place is? They have all these benches. It's like they're in parks. Then I'm not really sure if they're not supposed to sit in this, on these benches on Sunday. Are they supposed to be in the field playing? Because the students were not in these benches. Were not on these benches. They were not in these parks. They were like in the fields. They were playing hockey. They were playing, soccer, baseball, whatever. But they were not here. This is Mutesa House. So they have new tiles. They have new tiles there. But everything else looked the same. It's Ghana and Canada, I think. Sorry, I didn't go close to those houses. Down Mutesa House, we walked to, this is Farmers Hall. Remember Farmers Hall? So when we moved to S4, we moved to this Farmers Hall for our classes. I was trying to make sure that I do not capture students' faces while I was doing my video recording. So now we are done with we are down Farmers Hall right now, and we are going to take a long walk to the girls' end. So this is what pitch was this? Baseball pitch. This is the tennis courts, if I remember. That's what they were called. So this is the front view of the Farmers Hall. It looks exactly the same as we left it in 2004. So come with me to a journey. On a journey to Girls' End. So here are some changes. They made a really beautiful stone walk that the girls could use from here all the way to the basketball court. So this is it. Look at the benches, guys. Look at the benches. See the flowers. Check waste management. They sort the wastes. They do recycling of plastics. Well done, Budonians. The stonework was really nice. This is the students in the field playing. So it looks like it was compulsory for them to be in the field at this time. I don't know. But anyway, they were not on the parks. They were in the fields. So there's this beautiful room. Yeah, it is actually toilets. Yo, those are toilets with a nice walkway. Yeah, so even the girls could go here. They didn't have to walk all the way to Girls' End. Yeah, so yeah. Here we are walking down. I tried to speed this up, otherwise it was a long walk, if you remember. But look at the benches everywhere. Yeah, Budo is like a park. Meanwhile, I extracted all audio because you guys, the Lugambo we were on, we chatted the whole journey, talking about this, talking about that, arguing over which teacher was in which quarters. We had forgotten our teachers. It was crazy. So this is us approaching the basketball court. Yeah, these guys were playing basketball. It was nice to watch them for a little bit. And then the stonework is done. So we are walking now to the Girls' End. Again, arguing, which teacher was living here. We all couldn't remember all those details. But yeah, it was nice to, just enjoy this. We were nostalgic. So this was the lower pitch. These guys here are playing. What game is that? Hockey? Hey, I'm not a sports person, so really, I think that's hockey. Yeah, so this is us approaching. This is, I think, Muchala and Kambwe's Gwa. I don't remember. We all couldn't remember properly. The bars, Mango Power. Yeah, so this is us approaching Sabaganzi House. So we branch over to Sabaganzi House. We're a little bit more comfortable here than the Boys' End. We are grown-ups right now, but somehow when you're there, you kind of feel like you're a student once again. So we're more comfortable to explore the girls' dormitories. So look at that water tank. These water tanks are going to stay 1,000 years. It looks exactly the same. They have more benches. We didn't have these. Look at the tiles. The tiles in the bathrooms. They were white. They got tiles and they were white. Yeah, more benches. The laundry room was the same. It didn't change. What was that? Bathrooms, I think, if I remember correctly. Then chore. This was chore. It was the same. I think just a little bit of more paint. Then we headed to the new block of Sabaganzi. So we were the first group to live in this. And I remember we had our rooms to ourselves. Each of us had one room to themselves. But right now, the students share the rooms. So this is the back of Sabaganzi House, approaching the back of Grace House. Yeah, that was OJ's old home. So this is the back of Grace House. As you can see, Grace House got a second floor. It had only 2 floors. Now it has 3 floors. So when it got burnt, they renovated it altogether and got, a second floor. Okay, like there are now 3 floors. So they have the ground floor, the first floor, and the second floor. They are growing the compound for them, growing the grass. They have a stone walk. We didn't leave this here. Not a stone walk. What is that? It's like a tarmac. It's a walkway. Okay. So this is the back of Sabaganze house. They have a new water tank. Yeah, because there are more students now. They need more than one water tank. So this is us walking towards the front of Grace house. Yo, check Grace house. It was cute. They have some flower gardens. Yeah, that's Grace house. Then we decided to walk all the way to Guster house. Again, arguing about which teacher used to live here. But it was fun. We loved the walk. We loved the tour. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. That was Madame Senkubuge's house. She was the French teacher. Down, down, down. I really dreaded that walk because I was a prefect and we used to have night meetings, and then I would return all the way to Guster house because I was the Guster house P. I dreaded that walk. So this is the FN room, and that orange container is now the new canteen. So the former canteen is now a barber shop. Yeah, this is the FN foods and nutrition room. I did FN, so I remember it very well. We used to bake cakes and cook with Madame Koma Cage. And this is us heading to Guster house. They have a new block. So what you're seeing right now is the new block of Guster house. And opposite is like an entertainment area for the students. So this is new Guster house. We decided to go in a little bit. I didn't want to put so much details of the dormitories. Yeah, but that's the new Guster house. And down there is Mrs. Waibi's home. I don't know whose home it is now, but it was Mrs. Waibi's home at our time. And then we argued a little bit more which teacher was living in here. We couldn't remember, but we did remember that Miss Ojambo was moved to this house. Yeah, so this is Miss Ojambo's house next to Guster house. This is us going through Guster house quickly. I don't want to expose Ebitankwa. This is behind Guster house. This is a cho. I don't know, their buckets are out. They have more water tanks. The back there are more benches. We didn't have this. The grass is well maintained. Then this is Spa. Remember Spa behind Guster house? Now it's like a golf pitch. Yeah, so the boys can now come behind Guster house and play golf. Yeah, and the girls can sit there and watch them. Yeah. So Guster house got new bathrooms. Yay! Yep, those were the new bathrooms. Yeah. Again, the back of Guster house. Yeah. Again, Mrs. Waibi's house. We're now going back up. This is the entertainment area for Guster house. These guys were watching a movie. Oh, we didn't have that. So this is us walking back, but we were now using the England route, the route between England House and the paddocks. These are the paddocks, a little glimpse into the paddocks, and back on the road approaching England House. Remember England House at some point got burnt down, yeah, so it was reconstructed, and it looks different from what it was during our time. So here we are approaching England House. I sped this up because the walk is quite long, if you remember. Yeah, so this is the new England House. Yay! Yeah, I had to repeat that for you guys. Yeah, so it was time for us to exit. We decided to walk towards the gate now, the inner gate. So this is us walking towards the gate. Yeah, this place needs to be tarmacked. Yo, I'm obsessed with the headmaster's house. Check it out. Hey, man. Yeah, and this is the inner gate. This is the paddocks again. These guys still have milk on Sundays, so I guess this is where it comes from. Oh, milk was not only Sundays, it was also on break tea. Did we have milk every day? I don't remember. Yeah, so this is like near the administration block again. I am obsessed with that house. Damn. Yeah, so we needed to get out, and this is us getting out, approaching the main gate. Yeah, I hope you really enjoyed the tour. Please subscribe to my channel if you did and watch the other videos as well. Be sure to leave a comment and a like. I'm just learning these things. Mpola mpola. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Daisy the Hustler for more travel tips and adventures.